Oh. There you go.
Doing?
There we go.
How are you doing?
Hi. Hello. Sorry, I started it with no volume again.
Oh, okay. Well, hello, Abby. How are you? How's
Hello,
Trish?
hello. So what I was just saying is sorry that we're a few minutes behind. I forgot how long it takes to set a stream up when you don't already have half of it done throughout your workday. So I was racing to get it all set up, and clearly I did not set everything up because we started with no volume.
And here we are.
Whoops. So here we are. So what we're doing today is we're just hanging out. We have some beautiful new crystal-y thingies that I want to play with.
And coffee.
Oh, Suzanne, I was just saying that we're sorry to be late because
Hi, Suzanne.
we got here with what I thought was enough time to set up, but I normally, like in the evening streams throughout the day, I'm like setting parts and pieces of it up a little bit, like between customers, between tasks. But I did not allow enough time this morning. So we got some really cool pear-shaped crystal beads in. They're like factory warehouse leftover kind of things. And they don't have a hole. They're just crystals. Hello. Sally says,
Hi,
now
Sally.
I can hear hi, Abby and Becky, aka Goddess of the Unicorn.
Yay. Hello.
So I was trying to see if I could do a simple right angle weave bezel and maybe have that be like the start of a new class or tutorial or something. But I can't really keep things very simple. So when I was playing around with it, it got a little bit more advanced for what my initial purpose was. And then I thought, okay, well, I'll just really make this strange and go with the strangeness.
It looks pretty cool. You'll
So
see in a minute.
let's take a look at it. Let's swap around.
And coincidentally, it matches the print that I just gave Abby.
Yeah, look how pretty that is.
Same colors.
We're gonna swap seats for just a sec, and then. Oh, sorry. Let me.
Hey, Brandy.
Am I plugged in here? Yep, I am. Cool. There we go. So this was my little experiment that I made. And this has one of these little kind of pear-shaped drop crystals in it.
Suzanne says unicorn power, and Sally says go with the weird.
Yeah, you know, we got to go with the weird. So aren't these crystals gorgeous? We have a handful of colors. I think, Parker, how many colors did we count? 19?
Yeah, I think so.
Parker says we think it's 19. Becky, can I show you how to take the banner off the bottom?
Yeah.
So hit banners on the side over there.
Mm-hmm.
And then just click to, yep,
Hide.
perfect. Thank you.
Hide what?
So yeah, I had one of these little peach ones, and I was like, I need to do a little beaded bezel for that. And so I started with something like this, and I wanted to use fairly large seed beads for the body of the bezel, like the outside part. And so I was using size 8s and 11s, and then I wanted to add little hints of reflective or metallic beads. So I went in and kind of decorated with size 15s after the fact. But as I was working through it, I couldn't quite get it to cinch the way I wanted to. So like the front ended up being okay, but I didn't like how it wasn't super intricate. Like that's pretty, but it's not quite the look that I was going for. And then it ended up just looking kind of plain whenever I tried to cinch it in the back. So instead, I went a completely different route, and I started with like a star, like peyote circle.
I love it.
Which I'm going to take a minute to just kind of show you guys today. I'm not going to recreate this whole bezel. Well, actually, what do you guys want to see? Do you want to see how to start this little like star peyote circle in the back? Or do we just want to create a funky necklace with this? Because my plan was both, to kind of show how to start this branch out and then to create a necklace with this piece that I've already completed. But let us know in chat if you are interested in seeing how this is started, or if you just want to make a necklace with me today.
Suzanne says both. Abby says gorgeous.
Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's crazy that it matches that print perfectly. And there's
Yeah.
stars on your print, and there's just I didn't plan that at all.
It is pretty darn. It's kismet.
Yeah, that print was an accident.
So while we weigh in on comments, or while you guys weigh in the comments, I want to show you some of the things that I picked out to go with my necklace.
I love those shells.
Hey Becky, can you go grab me that Kleenex box?
Uh-huh.
Thank you. It's allergy season everywhere, but especially here in the Midwest. So I had, I think, maybe 2 or 3 of these trade beads in my stash. Thank you. And I thought these colors matched perfectly. So I grabbed one of those. And then I've got these shells because they're funky, and why not? And so I thought that was pretty perfect with it.
Both, but I suspect we don't have time, so maybe the bezel first, the necklace next week.
Oh, that sounds like a good idea.
Mary says, hi, I would like to see the start.
Okay, you got it. Yeah, we'll start it. And like depending on the crystal that you have, you'll have to really play with it. Because your crystal might be different than my crystal. But I do want to let you guys know that if you purchase $20 or more at beadplace.net today, and put in the comments that you want a free crystal, we will give you one of these gorgeous free crystals.
You have to put in the comments, though, to remind us.
Yep. In the notes on the order.
Yeah. Free crystal, please.
Hey, Anissa, if you called the store, it might have been either before or after hours. So I did not hear your call. Sorry about that. So
That's a nice name, Anissa. That's fun.
All right. So I have some 8-pound fire line here. And I have no, this is 4-pound actually, now that I think about it. Does that say 4-pound or 8-pound? Because I was going to use 15, so I think I grabbed 4-pound.
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 You want to show the product?
Sure. So this is Fireline. And Becky, would you want to link that?
Yeah.
Cool. So, and then I'm using a big eye beading needle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this little circle here with my size 8s. So I'm going to choose to do 5 beads. Whoops, get back here. So these are my 5 size 8s, and this works with size 6s and then size 8s, or you can do this with size 8s and size 11s like what I'm doing, or size 11s and size 15s, but just know that it might create a slightly different like concave effect. So we've got this here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just tie these into a little circle. This right here, what I'm doing, this knot is kind of like a hot button issue with bead weaving. Some people are anti-knots. I'm okay with a knot here and there, but if you are not okay with knots, what you can do is you can just go through all of these beads over again to kind of form them into the circle. I'm okay with knots. I feel like knots are just fine. All right, let us know in the comments if you're anti-knot or if you're pro-knot.
Anissa, I see what you said there. Yeah, just put it in the notes of your order, and we'll make sure to do that.
Alrighty, so we've got that little circle. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to go through my whole circle again. So I'm starting where the knot is, and then going through again. And I'll try to stay on camera here. I just am trying to get this done quickly because I know we have a lot of fun stuff to do today. What did I do here? I was talking about how I'm pro knot, yet I caught my tail end and went through the wrong way. Give me just a second.
Suzanne said pro knot. Abby said pro knot. And Anissa said love a knot.
Yep.
I think so too.
Sounds like we're fans of knots here.
Sally says, I am pro beads staying where I want them. So if a knot is needed, I go with it.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. That's a good idea.
Okay, sorry, I caught my tail end and then looped it through. Okay, so I'm going to go through this way and I'm going to hang on to my tail end. That way I don't do that again. And the reason why we go through these again is just to kind of even out the placement of those beads. So it'll start to look more like a circle. And then it also just kind of solidifies that base and gets it a little bit more sturdy and ready for you to do the next step. So the next step is very easy. All that we're going to do is we're going to pick up a size 11 seed bead. And I tried to make sure that I've got high contrast here, but that's not important for your designs. I just like some high contrast. So you can pick the exact same color seed beads, just in different sizes if you want. But I want people, there we go. I want people to be able to see the intricate work that I've done because I'm a little bit of a show off sometimes.
If you'd like to see the number of the colors that Abby is using, let us know. We can hold that up to the camera real close.
Do you want me to just hand the tubes to you and you can link them if we've got them online? I think they're all online because most of them are new-ish colors from this century. Guys, we have a approximately 4,000 square foot store floor, and we have been open for almost 20 years, and we have not yet in the 20 years that we've been in existence added absolutely everything to our website yet.
I'm working on it. We've got like 3,000 something products on there.
So this is what we've got so far. You guys with me? Does that make sense? Okay. So next what we're going to do, since we've done a little bit of peyote, is we've got a little bit of herringbone to do now. So what we could do if we wanted is we could just kind of go in and add one of these here and kind of carry it on with some traditional peyote. So we could like add a bead, go through a bead, add a bead, go through a bead. These kind of mauve beads are size 8s. And Becky's linking the seed beads in chat for you guys if you like these colors.
I just put the 15s up and I'm working on the 8.
So instead of doing peyote, we're actually going to switch it up and do a bit of herringbone. So we're going to add 2 beads here and set ourselves up for the next round of herringbone. So my fire line is coming out of my 11, and I'm going to go through. I have 2 8s on my needle, and I'm going to go through the next 11. So you see we're building this here. Then I'm going to go through the next 11 and add 2 more. And this is the base of the cutest little beaded starfish that I did a tutorial for a million years ago. That was inspired by another artist's beaded starfish. And for the life of me, I cannot find the original reference. So I want to give credit to the original inspiration for the starfish that I've done, but I can't find it. So if anybody has seen a beaded starfish pattern that starts this way, other than mine, I would love it if you would send a link my way. Okay, so we're almost about to close this circle. See, we've got this cute little flower, or the base of our star. So now we're going to go through not only that next 11, but we're going to go up through that next bead as well. And this would get us started for some more herringbone. So see how that closes the circle? And that's cute as it is. So this could be an adorable beaded flower for an earring.
That's earrings, yeah.
Yep. So this is super versatile, but this is just one of my favorite ways to start a circle going out. And then once you've got that circle going out, you can start to kind of adjust your beadwork to kind of bezel around. Now, because this is odd shaped and because I didn't want to have to rip it out and start over and try a whole bunch of things, once I got my beaded circle a little bit bigger, I no longer filled in the space between my herringbone prongs. I just built my prongs out. And then after my prongs were big enough to come over to the front side, I created these little beaded swags and got kind of concentric and tighter with them. So fewer and fewer beads to kind of pull those prongs around to the front. And then afterwards, I kind of tacked my last circle down so that it kind of, instead of just going from here to here, it goes zoop, zoop, zoop. Sound effects are needed.
Yeah.
But does that make sense so far for you guys? If you want me to continue with this, I will. But let me know if you guys want to see a little bit more of this, or if you want to do a little plan with this.
Abby says, genius.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, Abby's a really good instructor. Let's see some hearts in chat for Abby being a great teacher.
You're so sweet. Thank you.
I need more coffee.
Yeah, I hear ya. Give me just a second to blow my nose. I'm so sorry. It's the Midwest in June.
They're building a Starbucks across the street, but I'm anti-Starbucks. So if I need more coffee, I'll just drive down the road to Dunkin'. But the gas station is pretty good too. Yeah.
You could drive all the way to Collinsville and get Verona, or you could just text me and say, hey, I know you're going to Verona. Can you pick me up a coffee?
Yeah. I should do that tomorrow. Yeah, the gas station coffee, that's pretty good. I know everybody in the chat's like, no, not gas station coffee. It's actually pretty good.
Gas stations have great coffee usually. Yeah. I have loved every single coffee I've ever gotten from a gas station.
Jack in the Box has good iced coffee, but they don't have sugar free. So, oh wow.
Dang. Okay, so since we're kind of doing okay on time, I'm going to do one more row of this just to kind of show you guys how we kind of bump out into that herringbone a little bit more, because I know herringbone is kind of one of those stitches that it's like all on its own and not everybody is familiar with how to incorporate it into your other stitches. So we've set up for herringbone here, and we're just going to add these 2 beads. We're coming out of the size 8. We've added the 2 beads, and we're going to come back down through this size 8. So through the size 8 and then through the 11. And pardon my inability to get that on the first pass. I am looking through the small little hole that I can see of my, oh no, I went through the 11 again.
Like a 7-inch gap between the camera and the table. So
yeah, and I have to like peek through the teeny tiny little hole that
do the best we can.
is allowed for me.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
What did we have for breakfast? I had 2 plain rice cakes with peanut butter.
Okay, so what I was doing, because I wasn't paying attention, was I accidentally went through my size 11 twice. And sometimes putting the needle back through it doesn't allow you to undo that little loop. So my trick is to pick it up with the needle and then pull it out. And make sure you've taken your needle off the other end. Okay, back in business. Becky, you want to know what I had for breakfast?
What?
French fries. Isn't that awful?
No.
They were good.
Yeah, it's carbs will give you energy.
Okay, so next we're going to, so we just added these 2. Next we're going to go up through this kind of rosy bead here. Becky, can you tell me the name of these 8s that I'm working with?
The 8s are called Matte Transparent Topaz.
Yeah.
AB.
All right, so we're going to go back down through that 8 after we've picked up 2 and kind of set those beads back in place. Then we're going to go up through the next 8. We're going to pick up 2 more and go back down through the next 8. I'll bring it into focus so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. But when I said that I was building up my herringbone a bit more, this is what I was talking about. So we're kind of like building these legs of the star. Sorry, I gotta get more beads out. You can have that back.
I'm sorry, everybody. I put the wrong link for the size 8s. I linked the orange. I didn't think the picture looked right. Apparently, these aren't on the website yet.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
We can fix that soon.
Yeah, I'll put them on there later today.
Or just pick any color you want.
Yeah. When new product comes in, sometimes it takes me a couple weeks to get online.
Okay, so got one more little spoke to do. And then it'll probably be easier to see what I am referring to when I'm talking about building up these prongs. So there's all different types of ways to set a stone. And a lot of times when we're making beaded bezels, our natural inclination is to create a loop and then connect. So we create a loop to kind of surround the stone, and then we create a slightly smaller loop on top and a slightly smaller loop on the bottom. And that's what holds it into place. However, with this, we're creating like a basket. So we create this basket, we set the stone down into it, and then we have these like, what are they called on a basket? I want to call it the warp and the weft, but I don't know if that's what it is in basket. So these go up, and then we're basically going to put them down like this. But in order to get them to stay down, we have to connect these little prongs. And so that's what I did with my little swags here. So
I like the star just like it is.
It's cute. Yeah. So this is what we have so far. And in this, we have just done this step right here. So we've just added these beads. So next, what I'm going to do, well, what I would do if I was completing this would be I'm just going to fill in this area just because these are foil backs. So I don't necessarily want that silver to really be too visible here. So I kind of filled it in with a little swag just as I was going around my circle. So it's like I would add another set of my beads for the herringbone. So I'm adding 11s on top there. But then instead of going all the way down here, I'm just going to swag over and fill in that blank and go up. So that's this little swag right here. So I added, oh, I'm not on camera. So I added my 11s and then I swagged across. Yes, that step is totally optional. You don't have to do that at all, but it does add more, I guess, like durability or stabilization, I guess, to the basket. But you'll have to kind of determine that for yourself, whether you need it for the type of stone that you're doing. But my goal, anytime I'm creating like a basket style or prong style setting, I just try to figure out how much casing I'll need on a smaller stone like this where we're using chunkier beads. You need more casing in order to be able to kind of hold it securely. Because if I didn't have all of this extra decoration in here, if I just had the prongs and my connector swags, you know, I'm rough on jewelry. This stone could probably slip out through any of these holes, especially since it's kind of like an odd shaped stone like this. If I'm rough on jewelry and it gets knocked around, if our tension's not super tight, it could slip through. And then another thing that I wanted to mention is that, you know, you see that this stone is odd shaped. It's a pear or teardrop shape. So when you're creating pieces for odd shaped stones, you have to be aware that your number of beads in these front swags might need to change. So like I did 5 on one and 3 on another, 5 on, I think the top. I think I did 5, 5, 5, and then 3 down here. And this little guy here was actually just a decorative piece that I added on either side of the prong. So it's like I was connecting. I was coming out of this one. I added 3, then went up through these, 3, up through these, and then 5, 5, 5. And I noticed that I needed to tighten this one a little bit. So instead of this swag here landing on the front, I didn't want to kind of break up that shape. So I poked the teardrop point in front of it and then just did this almost decorative swag here to kind of lock it into place. So you can kind of get creative with how you hold these pieces together. The goal is just to, of course, make something pretty, but also make something secure. And you can always add additional layers to get it smaller and smaller and smaller so it's secure. So like if the first time you do this, if you follow these steps and it still feels like your stone's going to fall out, just maybe try and add another little zoop, zoop, and see if that'll hold it more securely. So let's make a necklace, shall we? How much time do we have left? We have about 10 minutes.
A little bit over 10 minutes.
Okay, good deal. So I am not going to bore you guys with tying off my tail ends, so we're just going to pretend these aren't here for now. But after I bezeled my stone, I was like, oh, I need a bail. And I wanted to do a herringbone bail. And I thought, oh, I'm rough on stuff, so I better make this a super, super secure bail by reinforcing it a lot.
Function over fashion.
Yeah, but I forgot that herringbone doesn't always behave if you kind of do it too tight and like way reinforced. So that's why my bail looks a little funny is because I went through it way too many times. And so my beads are not uniform. So if you're doing a herringbone veil like this, don't go through it a million times like I did. But anyway, I think what I'm going to do is use some of our vegan suede cord, and I'm going to braid it, and then maybe do some knots. So this is, I think, color number 13, and Becky's going to link that for you because Becky's the best. But I think what I'm going to do is I'll probably do 3 1-yard lengths of it and then braid it. So I'm going to cut that now. And anytime I'm cutting this vegan suede, I like to cut it at a slight angle, and I feel that that gives it a more natural look.
Yes, that's color 13, I believe.
Thanks.
And I'll put the link in chat in just a second. Abby, I want to know if you picked out that clay bead first or the crystal first, because they match perfectly.
The crystal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I made the little bezel, and I was like, what am I going to do with this now? It didn't turn out like my initial plan. So
There we go. There's our vegan suede in the chat there. Link to it. There's like a million colors, and they're so soft. I love it.
and we have metallic colors now too.
We
This
do.
is
I like
not
that
the
too.
metallic. So I thought about using the metallic, but then I thought I didn't really want to take away from the
Yeah, the beads are
Bling.
frosted, so yeah. I don't think that's one time where I would say no metallic.
All right, so I'm going to braid this very loosely, just to kind of get a cohesive yet whimsical look to this. But I want to make sure that I'm braiding it tight enough that it'll still be able to pass through my bail. So a tip that I can share with you is that if you're not sure what you're going to put your pendant on, don't close your bail. Like, don't attach the bail loop to the back of it until you're ready to actually put it together so that you can know for sure if it's going to fit.
High five on braiding without like holding the start down to something.
Oh, thank you.
Just freeform braiding right there.
Yeah, it'd be easier if I didn't have a camera in front of me,
Yeah.
but
I usually tie the front down to something.
Suzanne says, can Irish linen be braided? I don't see why not. I've braided, like, are we talking about like the waxed linen? I've braided it before.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted something kind of like, I don't know, almost like beachy vibes for this. And so I thought this coconut color gave me beachy vibes, maybe just because of the name of it. But I thought if I'm going with shells, I gotta go with coconut. Oh, this is...
Susan says, yes.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see.
What else is going on in the shop today, Abby?
We have open tables starting at 1:30. The store opens at 1, and open tables start at 1:30. I'm pretty sure we'll have people looking through our front door with big puppy eyes soon, though, because
But we have about 6 minutes, Abby.
Okay, before 45.
Yeah.
Okay, 45 is my soft close time.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, we just have to open
So,
one. It's fine.
Yeah, I just wanted to have enough time to get tables cleared off.
Hello, all watching on my lunch break. Love the colors for this. Well, hi, Natalie.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, I'm all about those mustard yellows.
Yeah, that's totally happy colors right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I used to be like baby poop green. I know that's a terrible thing to say, like to describe a beautiful color, but that's what everybody calls it.
She has like 9 cardigans in that color.
I do. but now I'm a mustard yellow gal.
Yeah.
And I went through like a rust phase for a while, or like burnt orange. But
Natalie, if you're just tuning in, Abby is making a necklace. She's braiding some vegan suede, and she just demonstrated on how to start the bezel of the basket that holds the crystal right there. You can always watch the replay a little bit later. And she's going to put the shells and that crystal pendant on the necklace. Maybe even that little clay bead there.
okay, so I'm to the point now. I'm about halfway down. I have to figure out if I'm going to braid these guys in. A lot of times I am hesitant to actually braid things in because I feel like sometimes it can like disrupt the movement. But I'm going to try it this time. This is all about creating together and just seeing how it goes. So I'm going to see what happens if I braid this shell in. I might unbraid it. But typically, because I'm afraid of commitment, I would add it on with a jump ring or another little tie of suede. But let's try it. We'll see.
Yeah, Nessa, on Thursdays we have our open tables, but excuse me. But besides that, I usually tell people if they want to come up here and work on their project, just call first. And as long as there's not a class going on or we have a clear table, you're always welcome to come out and hang out and use our tools and make your project. And we just love to see what people's making.
I'm not into it. I'm going to tie it on after the fact.
And if you're in our Facebook group, it's called the Bead Place Facebook group. That's another good place where you can see just what people make. I just love seeing what people make.
Yes.
Suzanne says late summer into fall vibe.
Yeah, like late summer sunset.
Uh-huh.
That's totally my vibe right now. So I think we might have a wire wrapping class today. I don't know. I don't know if anybody signed up for it or
Our
not.
wire wrapping instructor is awesome.
She's great.
She's wonderful.
If you are wanting to learn the basics of wire wrapping pendants so that there's like no chance that anything could go wrong, head on over to the St. Louis area, stay in one of the hotels across the street from us, and take a class with Ruth Leach. She is available almost every Thursday, and then she does classes by appointment at other times too.
She's a really good instructor.
She's great.
She's been teaching that class for us for, I don't know,
almost 20 years.
Almost the entire time we've been open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not wasting everybody's time. I'm just going to pretend like I braided this whole thing, and I'm going to show you what I mean by tying it on. So I'm going to take about, I don't know, a 4 to 6 inch piece of suede here.
Yeah, Suzanne, we'd love to see what you make.
And you can use other cords too. I just am going to use this because I was looking for a kind of cohesive look.
Hi, Roxy.
So I'm just going to literally just tie this on rather than using a jump ring so that I don't add more metal to my piece. So I'm just going to take those tail ends and poke it right through. And you can hide this knot if you want. You can use wax linen, Eslon, whatever you want. If you want to do metal, you can add a jump ring. But I just think that looks pretty cute.
I love it.
And then you can position this knot to the back if you want to kind of hide it a little bit and have it hang down like that.
Is it floating or is it strung through the braid?
It's floating. If you wanted to secure it, you could. But I'm just probably going to add all of mine like this.
I like that.
And then tighten it once I figure out placement. So this guy is not going to get tied on. This one is going to be strung right on after I finish my braid. And then I'll kind of have to figure out how I'm going to incorporate this one in, because my thought process was that I would do something. Let me bring it down a little closer so you can see. My thought process was that I was going to do something kind of like this. But I thought maybe that might have been a little too much to have this on both sides. So I only brought one over, but I don't know. We'll have to see. it's like this isn't quite heavy enough to support the weight of this. I don't know. It's one of those things where we'll have to play with it. And then,
by the clasp.
yeah, maybe. I love how this goes together. So maybe we'll do this closer and we'll do these farther out. Maybe I'll get another one and I'll bring it closer. But, or maybe, just maybe, we could do
There you go.
like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little bit hesitant sometimes to do like repeated designs like this. I don't know why. I know that this is like what's supposed to make sense to everybody design wise, but I feel like I just want that and not that, or vice versa. Like I want
3 is better than
that,
yeah,
and or that.
Thanks for joining us, Kim. You can always go back and watch the replay.
I don't know. We'll see how it comes together. But you guys can see how it comes together next week, Thursday at noon Central. Or depending on when I get it finished, I will post it in our Facebook group. We are coming right up on the time where we said we were going to stop the stream for today. So I'm going to let Becky show off her beautiful art print that she is giving me, and it matches my necklace. And I'm also going to grab the tray of crystals that you can get 1 free crystal if you place a $20 order, or I'm sorry, I didn't push that chair in. If you place a $20 order or more at beadplace.net today.
Today only. And make sure to put in the comments free crystal, please. Otherwise, we won't.
In the notes of your order.
Yeah, the notes of your order, so that we know that you watched the stream and you want a free crystal. Yeah, so here's the print. Can you see the purple around the stars? I put metallic purple around the stars.
It totally matches the, it looks a lot darker on the,
yeah, it's a little bit lighter.
Camera.
But, yeah, I was just playing around and I made this, and it's not my style, but I brought it in and Abby says, ooh, that's gorgeous. So it's hers. And it happens to match like exactly like what she was doing here.
Yeah.
And this is a star and these are stars, and yeah.
Down just the hair. Yeah, like the color this is the color of the background of the stars. It just shows up darker online for some reason.
Yeah.
But like it is the exact colors we're working with today.
And
Isn't that
stars.
funny how that worked out? And stars. So
stars.
we want to just quickly show you the tray of crystals. Yeah, why don't I just slide this over? I'll just fold them out.
Look at these.
So you can get a free one if you post in the notes of your order, your $20 or more order, that you want a free crystal. And while we're at it, I keep wanting to just show them more and more things. I want to show you my alien.
Oh, this is pretty special. Yeah, look at these. Aren't these gorgeous? These two are my favorite. The iridescent ones, of course.
So some of you may or may not know that we have a Lisa Frank inspired monthly fun pack coming up that we've been hinting about. It's not the next one that ships out, but it's the one after. And this is not in the fun pack, but we were super inspired to like do Lisa Frank things.
We're just playing around.
And so we have this shell. It's like a pick shape, but to me it looks like an alien head. And doesn't that just look like the cutest little Lisa Frank alien? Like he needs to be sitting in a beetle bug.
Yeah.
Riding the Rainbow Road, giving everybody peace signs. Isn't that sweet?
Love it.
I'm gonna bring it down closer.
Yeah. Love it.
Because he's got checkerboard shell.
I know it's strung like a bead, but I would put that on a pin like for your shirt.
That would be cute. So I might E6000 these down. And I just think that would be darling. This
Look at the shell though.
Yeah, the shell is a little like if we did one of these shells in the monthly fun pack, we couldn't do some of the other really Lisa Frank specific things that we're including. So this shell is not in the monthly fun pack, but I'm gonna probably make a necklace to wear when we do the
So it's strung like right there.
monthly fun pack review.
And if you want one of these,
Yeah, Suzanne, you can just send us a message. We have a small handful of them left. I think we have a couple colors. I just
send us a message and say you want the alien head.
Yeah, I thought pink would be cute too, like maybe with the lavender color eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the lavender and the pink because I want to see it now.
Also, we were playing with the rainbow colored eyes last night too. I like that. Oh, that's what she had on there. What was the other one we were playing with?
The dark purple.
The dark
but it was
purple.
Not quite the right color tone.
Yeah.
Because the Lisa Frank aliens are green with purple eyes, or they're
Like bright purple though.
like pink.
These are like dark purple.
Yeah, that's like not quite the right purple. Can we try the lavender eyes, like the light purple on the pink?
Oh, look at this. This is gonna be good.
Oh, that pink looks brown on screen. That's weird.
Look at that.
Isn't he cute? I love that.
I love it.
And then what color eyes does that one get? Crystal? Would that even be? Yeah, maybe blue. Or maybe the aqua. The aqua might be pretty. Oh, he's cute. That gives me like kind of evil eye vibes.
This one?
No, the darker blue.
Oh yeah. Stay up there.
I know. It's going to be one of those where you put the glue on and let it sit for a minute before you press them in.
Are they cute? I think they're adorable.
They're
and they're strung like right here.
Very weird. Very into it. All right.
So much fun.
Well, we went a little bit over on time, but that's okay because we started late. So, what else can I show you?
We went late. What else do you want to see?
Yeah. We're already full send into it. I'm going to show you my socks.
Oh, yeah. We're having a sock knit along. Some of the Thursday afternoon group is doing that.
So, do you guys remember ruffle socks from like school times and church times that you'd wear with like your Mary Janes?
These are more adorable though.
Okay. So, check this out.
Mm-hmm. She's knitting it with ruffles on the ankles.
So I'm doing like slipper socks. So this is super thick yarn. We're doing the rye sock pattern.
Tin Can Knits.
From Tin Can Knits. And I'm adding ruffles to mine. Isn't that sweet? I'm very excited to see how it works out. Probably going to do maybe 3 rows of ruffles and maybe a couple rows of the plain, well, it's not even plain yarn. It's beautiful kind of speckledy yarn.
Pebbles.
Yeah. But I just am very excited about that. I want ruffles on everything now. Okay.
I want to know what your cats think of the ruffles.
I keep that knitting here. So we'll see if they, I don't know. If they might be socks that I put on in the car because they probably would chase my feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go back to us. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. We're here to say goodbye. Thanks so much for hanging out with us this morning, guys. This was super fun. Let us know if you liked this format. This kind of format is new to us. Yeah. I had a good time. I think you had a good time.
Yeah.
Did you guys have a good time? Let us know in chat. But yeah, you have till midnight tonight to place a $20 order or more on beadplace.net to receive one of those free crystals.
Make sure to put it in the notes.
Yeah, put it in the notes that you want a free crystal. And if you want to add in the notes like what color you want,
we'll do our best.
We'll do our best. It depends on availability. There are, because this was like warehouse extras, some of the colors we don't have a ton of stock in.
But some of the colors we do.
Yeah, so let us know.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.